Hello everyone, and welcome to my overview and review of the Acer Cloudbook 11. I picked it up just a few days ago and I've had some decent time to play with it and carry it with me on my job for a day just to see how it would do and things like that. And we'll start here with the overview. It has a Celeron N3050 clocked at, I think, 1.6 gigahertz, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and 16 gigs of eMMC storage. Not fast, but faster than a standard hard drive, which is good. And overall, build quality wise, it is all plastic, as to be expected. And the top has like almost a weird golf ball finish that I actually kind of like. It's nice and grippy in the hands. And you do have the charger, full-size HDMI, USB 3.0, headphone jack, a full-size SD card slot, but the SD card does stick out, so a short card would do much better for this. On the other side, we just have a single USB 2.0 port. And it is running Windows 10 Pro, which is not something I would really expect, but I do appreciate. And let me type in my password over here. Okay. And here we are. And the screen, it's pretty good. The color is fairly good. The viewing angles aren't great, as you can tell slightly from the video, but they tend to be better than a lot of other TN panels I've used in the past. And definitely very affected by opening and closing. But the one thing that really struck me with this thing is the keyboard is actually very nice. There's very little flex. It tends to be very solid, nice to type on, even for someone like me who really appreciates a nice keyboard. The trackpad's also good. It tends to recognize gestures well, fairly sensitive, which is good. Performance-wise, I haven't really seen any issues. It tends to handle Google Chrome and things like that fairly easily, with the exception of Minecraft, which you will see later in the video. And it's a known issue with this CPU. In battery life, I get roughly 9 hours, which is pretty good. Carrying it at work, I don't think I would do it again, because this is the first time I ever carried a true laptop, and it was kind of inconvenient to be on a sales floor holding a laptop. But overall, it was able to stay in my hand no problem. I didn't even come close to dropping it or things like that, which is something I can really appreciate. And it's fairly snappy to wake up from sleep, which is also a very good thing. And performance-wise, or temperature-wise, it stays very cool, never have any issues. There's no fan, it's completely passively cooled. At least it seems to be. I'd be shocked if there was a fan. Yeah, there's definitely no vents or anything like that. With this Acer Cloudbook, playing Minecraft, it seems to be okay on the lowest settings. You can get up to about 60 FPS if you're really lucky, but the weird thing is you can have a chunk that's already loaded, which I'm on right now, and you'll walk, and all of a sudden, there you go, you get a really huge frame rate drop where it drops to like 0 frames per second. And this is a noted problem with the Celeron N3050, and there's no real reason as to why it does it on this CPU, considering weaker CPUs can play Minecraft just fine, which you'll also see comparisons to in some of my upcoming videos. But just going off of that, I would say that this thing really won't play games. I've seen it to be very good just basically surfing the web, things like that. No slowdown, no nothing like that, but I wouldn't even try Civ 5 on this like I have on my other computers, which again you'll see in future videos. Alright, and I ran Crystal Diskmark on this eMMC flash storage, and as expected, decently high reads, very low writes. Tends to be fairly typical for a drive like this. And overall, for this computer, my thoughts: it's really cheap. Really cheap. And if you're just going to use it to surf the web or things like that, or you're looking for a secondary computer, I would say it'd be really good for it. The only thing it really has as a downside is 16 gigs of storage. It just really isn't enough. And you either have to expand it with a flash drive or external hard drive, which is a pain to carry, or an SD card, which sticks out. And to get an adapter that doesn't stick out, they're fairly expensive from everything I've seen, and that doesn't even really include the memory card. So that's something to keep in mind, that if you want to have more storage, it's going to cost you. You're almost better off going for something that already has 32 gigs of storage, or even better, 64 out of the box. But build quality is absolutely superb in this thing, for what it is at least, with no keyboard flex, no body flex anywhere, nice texture, the build quality is good, no glaring issues, a really nice trackpad, screen's decent. Overall, I would recommend it, but there may be other ones out there that I'd recommend more, which you may find out in future videos quite soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, thumbs up. If you think I could improve in some way, comment. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you.